So are we sitting on a gold mine, literally? Luxon's coalition is in talks with the US over a critical minerals deal. We had him confirm that on the program yesterday. Joining me to discuss what resources are actually in this country underground and crucially how to extract them is Josie Vidal, Chief Executive at the New Zealand Minerals Council. Josie, good morning.
Good morning.
So we're going to bring up a map in a second, Josie. Can you tell us where these critical rare minerals are in New Zealand?
So there's critical minerals, and rare earths are a subset of critical minerals, and they're throughout the country, but don't panic. To mine them, it has to be economically viable and physically possible. So some will remain untouched and some will be accessible. And part of the really accessible ones are mineral sands, which is fairly low tech to mine and has good results quickly, and is often on private land. So, we've got some real opportunity here quite quickly.
Okay, let's talk about the stuff that's easier to access now. What are we talking about? How is it open cast? Are you fracking? I mean, how did we get at it? And how much is it worth, do we know?
So some of the critical minerals are byproducts of other minerals like gold. So tungsten, antimony, they are byproducts of gold. So you'll be gold mining and you'd separate out these minerals if it was economically viable and if you could access it. There's some speculation that we have about 5% of the world's antimony needs, predominantly in the South Island and on the West Coast. But also Otago and Marlborough. That's already established mining. It's either open cast or underground, depending on the mine. And then, as I say, there's this mineral sands, and there's a significant vanadium deposit off the Taranaki coast, which I'm sure you're familiar with, as a project on the fast track process. And that's a significant project and would bring a lot of jobs and money into that region and into New Zealand.
What about those people who say, when you talk about sands, you can see what's happening in the opposition up in Bream Bay. What do you say to people who worry about that, particularly when it comes to the ocean?
As I say, it's a fairly low-tech kind of operation, because what they do is take the sand and separate it and put back what's not needed predominantly. And some of the mineral sand mining that's occurring in the South Island is on private land. It's not on the beach. It's adjacent to the sea, but it's not beach or sea. People need to get their facts right about what actually happens. And I guess there's a lot of fear but there's a lot of information out there. GNS have done a fantastic critical minerals website, which has where everything is, what these particular minerals are used for, how accessible they are. This is a pretty exciting time for us if we can be part of the global supply chain of critical minerals, because demand outstrips supply. And if you're a trading nation and you have supply, that's a good position to be in, and we should be happy about that.
How much is the stuff worth? Do we know?
We don't know what we've got is worth, and no one's done that kind of work, but people are already selling mineral sands. They're private businesses, so what they make is up to them. As I say, there's demand, and some of these are not commodities like gold and silver, so you won't see those publicly listed prices going all over the place. They're different to that. So it is an emerging market for us, but we are traders, and if someone wants to pay for it and it makes it economically viable to mine it, why wouldn't we?
Josie, appreciate your time this morning. Thanks for being with me. Josie Vidal, who's Chief Executive of the New Zealand Minerals Council. And just have a look at this map. This gives you an idea of where in New Zealand you will find our critical minerals. This map has come from GNS Science. You can see it's largely around the coast. North Island gets a smattering, but the South Island gets the bulk, the chunk of your critical minerals.